Your brain believes it understands reality, but in the next few minutes, you'll see how easily it misleads you. Not because you are weak, but because your brain is designed this way. Let's begin with question 1. Why does a problem suddenly feel easier the moment you start speaking it out loud, even when nothing has changed? Here's the science. When the problem stays inside your head, it's vague, half-formed, unfinished, and your amygdala, the brain's fear center, keeps sounding the alarm. Anxiety rises, stress takes over, but the moment you say it out loud, something powerful happens. Your prefrontal cortex, the brain's rational control center, switches on. This region specializes in logic and structure, not fear. It begins to organize the problem instead of reacting to it. Suddenly, the problem isn't a threatening storm anymore. It becomes something you can handle. Your heart rate slows, your thoughts organize, stress begins to fade. Psychologist James Pennebaker from the University of Texas discovered this effect in a famous experiment. People were asked to write about a stressful or emotional experience for just 15 to 20 minutes a day for a few days. The results were surprising. First, stress levels dropped. Writing helped the brain turn chaos into meaning. Second, mental health improved. People reported less anxiety, fewer depressive symptoms, and better emotional balance. And most shocking of all, physical benefits. Some participants showed stronger immune responses and even fewer doctor visits. The takeaway is simple but powerful. When emotions stay trapped, they exhaust the mind and body. When they are expressed, the brain begins to heal. So the next time your thoughts are spinning out of control, say them out aloud. Your brain isn't just listening, it's calming itself. Incredible, right? Moving on to question number 2. Why does your brain want things more when they are almost gone? To answer this question, researchers Stephen Borstel, Jerry Lee, and Akanbi Adewale ran a simple but revealing experiment. They placed 2 transparent jars of cookies in front of people. Jar A was completely full, plenty of cookies, nothing special. And jar B was almost empty, only 2 cookies left. Same cookies, same taste, same price. Yet most people chose jar B. Why? Not because it was better, but because it felt like it was about to disappear and your brain is avoiding loss. It's the same reason phrases like sale ends tonight work so well. Scarcity triggers a survival shortcut, act now or lose it forever, popularly known as fear of missing out. And once that fear kicks in, you act before you think. That's why deadlines feel urgent and why pressure makes decision faster, but not always smarter. Think about it. How often have you bought something just because it might run out? Now coming to question number 3. Why does a confident voice feel more trustworthy than a quiet truth? Have you ever nodded along while someone spoke confidently, even when you were not sure they were right? That's not weakness. It's your brain taking a shortcut. Psychologists call it truth bias. When someone sounds confident, your brain assumes they know what they are doing. It's a mental shortcut designed to save time and energy. Thousands of years ago, people who spoke confidently usually knew what they were doing. Following them kept others safe. So today, a calm, confident voice can make nonsense sound like fact. You don't consciously decide to believe it, your brain just does. Did you catch that? Confidence feels like evidence, but it is not. Think about it. How often do we believe tone instead of truth? Moving to question number 4. Why can one unfinished task drain your energy all the day? Ever notice how a tiny unfinished task, like replying to one email, keeps popping into your mind? That is the Zeigarnik effect. That's why you sometimes can't relax, even if the task is not urgent. Your brain hates open loops. When a task is unfinished, your mind keeps it active in the background, quietly draining mental energy. It keeps whispering, "Don't forget this." Did you catch that? The task is not tiring, remembering it is. Here's a trick. Finish the task or write down a clear plan because it helps in closing the loop. And the moment the loop closes, your mind finally rests. Moving on to the last question. Why do quizzes make you feel smarter even when you are confused? So when you struggle with a question, your brain works harder, connections form, problem-solving circuits light up. And here's the surprising part. Your brain releases dopamine, not for being right, but for trying. Quizzes create fast feedback loops. Every attempt, right or wrong, strengthens memory pathways. Did you catch that? Confusion isn't failure. It's your brain doing mental push-ups, uncomfortable, challenging, and quietly making you sharper. Think about it. Your mistakes are actually making you stronger. So your brain is full of hidden tricks. It calms itself when you speak. It panics under pressure. It trusts confidence. It hates unfinished loops. And it rewards effort even when you are wrong. Now that you see these patterns, you can start using them instead of fighting them. If this made you think, like, subscribe, and get ready for the next challenge. Because the more you understand your brain, the sharper it becomes.